All right, Bobby, you're our intro guy.
Today is a special day, and today is a podcast where we talk about that special day. Hi, I'm Bobby Parker.
And I'm Joey Nickel.
Welcome to Today Is.
All right, welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. I'm Joey Nickel. This is Bobby Parker.
Yeah.
I don't know why I always wanted to, isn't that sound like I should do another intro?
Yeah.
I don't know. I keep doing that. Hi, welcome to the show. The Bottlenose Brewing went great. We had a sold-out show. 3,000 people were there.
My wife actually saw you do comedy for the first time. And
Yeah.
She loved it.
And John Stamos was there. It was crazy.
Yeah. Uncle Jesse walked in.
Jesse walked in.
As Uncle Jesse.
Yeah. And we're like, hey, dude, do you have a ticket? And he's like, no, what do you mean? I was like, this is a comedy show, man. You can't just walk in here without a ticket. And he's like, have mercy. And it got us. We're like, all right, you can sit down.
Yeah. But what was cool though, the rest of his band, the Rippers, were outside.
Yeah, we didn't let them in. No, those guys are jerks.
Hey, yeah, you guys
trying to get into a comedy show for free just because they were in a band with Uncle Jesse. Which, by the way, that's not even his band anymore. He's with the Beach Boys now.
That's right.
Did you know that he's touring with the Beach Boys?
Which,
by the way, I think at this point, it's John Stamos and the Beach Boys. Like, he's not like a part of the Beach Boys anymore. I think people are going to see him now.
Hold on. This is not like a weird Full House reference because they had the Beach Boy episode.
There was a Beach Boy episode. He is actually in real life John Stamos touring with the Beach Boys. He's been doing it for a few years now. He's their drummer. Yeah, he's their drummer.
I had zero.
Yeah.
But you could be lying to me.
I'm not. This is not. This is not an artificial intelligence. This is real. This is really what's happening. Let me look up how long he's been touring with them. But he is their drummer now. I almost typed in Uncle Jesse. I was like, how long has Uncle Jesse been touring? Let's see.
The thing is, Google should understand that.
Yes, right, exactly. It should come up with the right answer either way. Let's see.
My wife is a huge Full House and John Stamos fan.
Yes, me too. Okay, John Stamos in a long-standing relationship with the Beach Boys, rooted in his childhood admiration and evolving into partnership. He's performed with them for 40 years, starting in 1985. Okay, but that's because he was on the okay. But like, where did he actually become a part of the band? Stamos has spoken about his deep pressure, according to the Rolling Stones. I don't know, but you can go watch. You can get a ticket to see John Stamos and the Beach Boys.
I feel like that would upset my wife.
It would upset your wife? Why?
Yes, because she likes John Stamos. I don't think she likes the Beach Boys. I don't think she is opposed to them, but I don't think she would want me to spend hundreds of dollars to have her listen to the Beach Boys to see John Stamos from afar.
Yeah, you kind of want to see John Stamos close up if you're going to see John Stamos.
Right. If you're going to be subjected to music that you're not necessarily a fan of.
Speaking of John Stamos, do you ever see? There's a show. Okay, if your wife is a John Stamos fan, she should watch. She may have already seen it. She should watch the show Grandfathered. You ever seen that show?
Yes.
I don't know why that show didn't get picked up for longer, but it only had like one season. But it was so funny, and it was John Stamos and one of the Drake and Josh. One of them. I don't remember which one's which. You know the Drake and Josh show?
Yeah. I think it.
Was it Josh or Drake?
I think it's Josh Peck.
Yes, it was. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We could look it up. I've got a computer, but I'm not going to.
Right.
It was. It was half of the Drake and Josh show. He played his son in it. So in the show, John Stamos finds out he has a son and a grandson at the same time. So like he didn't know he had a son that is now an adult, and then he also finds out that his son has a son also, has a baby. And so it's called Grandfathered because he finds out he's a grandpa.
Yes.
And it's super funny. And Paget Brewster plays the woman who is the mom, plays the mom of the son. Paget Brewster's hilarious in it too.
And I think Josh Peck had a man bun at one. No,
that show, I don't think so.
I'm thinking of Fuller House. I'm mixing an episode
okay,
of
okay.
Fuller House in. Gotcha. Yep. Nope. Okay.
Now, John Stamos is a huge comedy fan.
Oh yeah.
Because his two best friends were stand-up comics.
Yes.
Which obviously Uncle Joey and
Bob Saget.
Bob Saget, but what's Uncle Joey's real name? Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier.
Dave Coulier and Bob Saget. Which, by the way, I could not think of two more opposite style of stand-up comics than Dave Coulier and Bob Saget.
Yes, I don't. Yeah, they're just very different.
Do you know the story with Bob Saget? It's like, first of all, he was not cast in the pilot.
I did not know that.
In the pilot episode, and the mom was not dead in the pilot episode.
Oh, they restructured that entire family.
But Jodie Sweetin, the twins,
the Olsons.
I think. Yeah, Jodie Sweetin, the twins, the what's her name? Cameron
Burry.
Candace Cameron. Candace Cameron. They were all in it. And then the mom, I don't know if they ended up using her image as the dead mom later, but it was not. I don't know I've never seen it, but I just was reading about it the other day, and it was like it was a different dad. It wasn't Bob Saget, and then I think two relatives did come to live with him, which is the kind of the premise of why it's called Full House.
Right.
If it were just a normal 3-child family, I don't think it would be called Full House.
No.
But so there was that, and I don't know if Dave Coulier was in it or not, but I don't think John Stamos was yet. And then they brought in, it didn't work. The pilot just didn't work, and they recast Danny with Bob Saget. Yep. Now, Bob Saget at the time, I don't know where they're thinking this guy's going to be a sitcom dad, because he was one of the dirtiest comics.
Oh, he was, but he also just had that clean.
He did. He had a
clean
look.
Cut look.
He had a clean look and a very professional delivery too. He wasn't Sam Kinison. He wasn't George Carlin. He wasn't political. He just kind of told dirty jokes.
And I think it was the juxtaposition of what he was saying and what he looked like.
Yes,
that
really made it
hit
work.
It.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when he got approached for that, it's just funny that they're like, yeah, this guy is going to be our guy. He read the script and was like, and he liked that Danny was neurotic. He liked that Danny was, and Bob's a writer too. Like, he's written several movies, but he liked that Danny was OCD. Like, he liked that about the character, that it was he thought that was an interesting character. And now you look, but you just think of him, and he's just this classic TV dad. Like, I mean, who else he just fits that classic TV dad so well now.
Right, and he's one of the last classic TV dads. Dad who was respected.
Yes.
He was smart.
He was smart. That's true. He was. It was before dads started getting stupid.
Right.
Dads were he was naive sometimes.
Sure.
But only in a, like, just kind of a human way. But he held everything together.
Right.
And how many? I mean, you look at.
He was the breadwinner.
Yes, he was the breadwinner. I mean, you look at like Tim Allen, and I loved Home Improvement at the time, but he was kind of dumb. Like, he was ogre, and it's like,
right.
And the wife was way smarter than it. You know, that the whole joke of the show is that the wife is way smarter. Now, this is an early version of this, so it doesn't seem at the time it wasn't hack yet, but I do feel like there was a movement towards TV dads being idiots.
Yes.
And it just got worse the more deeper into cable you got. Like, Nickelodeon shows, I never have liked Nickelodeon shows because of that. Where there's a nuclear family, the dad's always an idiot.
Yep.
Not just the dad, the parents are always an idiot.
Yes.
And I don't like that.
So I don't mind an occasional hey, the kids are sneaking.
Yes,
and,
right.
Like,
Because otherwise there wouldn't be a show. It's like
Right.
that's kind of, that's kind of what makes the show interesting to kids. It's like, well,
Sure.
they're doing stuff I could never do, kind of stuff.
Right.
But and it's not even so much that there's a show out there with an idiot dad. That's fine. It's the fact that every Nickelodeon show had it at the time.
Absolutely.
Every Nickelodeon show had an idiot dad. Now, I will say there were exceptions, like that I actually really liked, which when it started, it was really stupid. I hated it so much. But the Henry Danger show, which I'm not necessarily a fan of, but my kids were. My kids loved it.
Right.
And the premise is kind of funny. It's like it's a superhero show, and they don't really focus on the superhero stuff. They just focus on the like day-to-day mundane stuff, which is funny to me.
Absolutely.
Like the logistics of being a superhero, and he hires Henry to be his sidekick kind of stuff.
It's actually one of the comedy writing rules. It's exceptional people doing mundane
Yes.
things.
Yeah, and I actually think the premise is good. The first season's almost unwatchable. The sister is terrible. I want to punch her in the face. I know she's a child. I've never wanted to punch a child in the face more. And I know that's the point. I know she's supposed to be annoying, but it was too far. But I think by the second or third season, they started to get their groove and started to figure out what was funny and what wasn't. Maybe they got better writers, or maybe the writers just got better at what they were doing. And the sister became less annoying. The parents became smarter.
Yep.
Like they realized the parents being idiots just didn't make any sense. And it's like, and kind of everybody was an idiot in the show except for Charlotte. Charlotte was the genius, like
Yes,
there's always
yep.
the man in the chair genius person.
Right.
And she's kind of the straight man too, where everybody's like, she calls everybody out for being an idiot. But as the parents went along, they became less of an idiot and more of like, well, we're just on the outside. We're not idiots, but we're on the outside, and we're funny, and our naivety about the situation is funny.
Now, I want to say that I was a huge Nickelodeon fan. Nickelodeon is probably the reason why I love comedy.
Yeah.
But it was prior to these shows. I grew up and we had like satellite because we lived in a neighborhood like out in the country, and so we had my dad bought a satellite, and we had satellite TV like back when you have unfiltered and we could just have all these weird channels. I was one of the few kids in my area
that had Nickelodeon. Yeah.
and the two TV shows were Turkey TV, and you can't do that on television.
You can't do that on television. My parents would not let me watch, and I watched it anyway.
Oh,
I loved You Can't. That's the slime. That started the slime.
Yes,
that's
like
Nickelodeon would not have slime as a thing if it weren't for You Can't Do That on Television.
Sketch comedy.
It was sketch comedy, yeah.
But
it was sketch comedy with recurring bits.
Yes.
So it was like Saturday Night Live where they would have recurring bits. Yeah. You Can't Do That on Television definitely walked so that all that could run. Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. But I loved it. And the seeds for, hey, this is what's funny and this is what kids like.
Yeah.
Like adults being dumb in a short sketch, it works and it's just a good punch, but they expanded it out. And I think that they looked at it and said, hey, we can make money doing this. We can make money doing this. We don't care.
I think I want to try to rewatch that. I wonder if it was actually funny. You Can't Do That on Television, or was it just like ooh, or was it just that we were kids and we didn't know what funny was, and they were doing ridiculous things?
I think it's going to be a good combination.
Yeah,
of all
I wonder
three.
how funny it actually was. I loved that show.
Yes,
actually, you know what? It wasn't Saturday Night Live. You know what it was?
What?
It was Monty Python.
Yeah,
because they had the like animated the weird Monty Python style animation in between the sketches and stuff. Do you remember that?
Yes.
It was. I think that it was more trying to be Monty Python than it was.
Which makes sense because it came from I think Toronto or a.
Oh, did it come? Canada?
It is it was a local Canadian kids show. That Nickelodeon
yes, you're right.
bought.
You're right. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember that. Okay. I remember hearing about that. Which, honestly, all sketch comedy comes from Monty Python.
Right.
Like Monty Python invented sketch comedy for television.
Oh, and also this is also real weird coincidence. Alanis Morissette was on.
Was on? You can't do that on television?
You can't do that on television.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I think she only
Joey
did.
Gladstone's ex.
I think she only did like 10 episodes, but it was definitively, she's definitely in the cast.
Okay. I think I heard that before, but I don't know, maybe not. But that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
I gotta revisit it. I gotta see. I wonder if it's streaming anywhere. But I gotta revisit that because I do wonder, some of the stuff I thought was hilarious when I was a kid. I'm like, man, I wonder if it's still funny. Some stuff I've watched and it holds up. I've watched it with my
Looney Tunes.
Looney Tunes still holds up. My mom did not like me watching Looney Tunes though.
Yeah.
But I would watch it with my dad. Sorry, Mom. My dad we'd watch it. If it'd be on, he wouldn't make me turn it off because it was, that was his childhood, was Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
When you're a kid, you don't realize how old cartoons are. Like, because they're cartoons, so you don't think of them as age. Like, a movie, it's in black and white, or it looks old. It's easy to tell it's old, but, like, Looney Tunes, I mean, they're from, like, the 40s and the 50s. And, it's like,
Yes. I
I was watching cartoons that were made a long time ago. And, from when my dad was a kid. And you just don't realize that as you're...
As you get a little bit older, you can start seeing differences in animation styles.
Right.
Oh, I don't like this style as
Yeah.
much, but you don't really understand what it is.
You don't really understand why it's a different style.
Right. The people who made this cartoon are stupid.
Yeah, right. I was going to say something about that. I don't know. Something about Looney Tunes. Something about... What'd we say?
I don't even know how we got on the subject.
I don't know. John Stamos.
Oh yes, this is like the Dave Coulier John Stamos episode.
Yes.
I don't know why, but it's gotten there.
Why was I gonna say? Oh yeah, things that I thought were funny as a kid. So, and not just kid, like even like tweens and early teens and stuff like that. Three Amigos.
Oh, Three Amigos
holds up.
Absolutely.
Watched it with my kids. They thought it was hilarious. They loved it. Which is one of their favorite movies now.
As a matter of fact, I just quoted that at work.
Yeah. Three Amigos holds up. And they thought, and it was great to see them understand funny things like, hey, Jefe, would you say I have a plethora of piñatas? And them thinking that's funny was great. It's like, oh, they get it. Like, I wasn't sure how much they would get and how much they wouldn't, or how much I didn't want them to get.
You know what's weird? I heard Martin Short mention that him and Steve Martin met on that movie.
Really? They had not met before Three Amigos?
That I think I think I heard that, which
that was the beginning, huh?
Seems,
that was the beginning of Steve Martin Short.
It seems weird, but it's also a long time ago. It was the 80s.
Yeah. Still though, you would think by that time though they were both pretty huge. And they both they didn't meet on Saturday Night Live or anything?
Well, Martin Short was there when Lorne wasn't, right?
Was he there? Martin Short was there. I thought Martin Short was there in the first season.
No. Martin Short was brought in after SCTV.
Really?
And I think he was there when Lorne was out for like 2 years.
Yeah, there was a time when Lorne left, and then he came back. Martin Short was a cast member of Saturday Night Live for one. He was only for one season.
Yeah.
I didn't know Martin Short was only on one season.
Yeah. That was him. I think Billy Crystal.
1984 to 85, the season 10 cast.
Yeah, it's an infamous cast. I think the only one who survived was Lovitz.
From that cast?
Yeah.
Huh.
Not like physically.
I mean, he's been on the show as a host and everything.
Sure,
obviously.
Sure, yeah. And they brought him in. He was already a star.
Yes.
And
he hosted the next year.
Yeah.
After he left. He hosted... so he did Saturday Night Live probably after Three Amigos. When did Three Amigos come out?
Three Amigos had to have come out in like 88-ish.
Do you know what the Three Amigos... We're going to do trivia. 86.
86.
So he had probably already filmed Three Amigos when he got on Saturday Night Live.
I don't think so.
Because 86, they would have filmed in 85.
And he was on the cast from 84 to 85, right?
Oh, it was 84 to 85. I was thinking 85 to 86. Let me see. So
84
to 85. Yeah. So he did Saturday Night Live, then the next year did Three Amigos.
Yep. So it makes sense he's meeting Steve Martin.
And then that year he did Three Amigos because he co-hosted. That's probably because of Three Amigos. He ended up co-hosting with Chevy Chase. And then
yep. That makes sense.
So he was already friends with Steve Martin by the time he came back to Saturday Night Live. He was had already done, when he came back to host, he had already done Three Amigos.
Right, yep. So, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy they hadn't met up to that point, but both giants.
Yeah, Saturday Night Live, and that's weird trivia, but I love the stories from Saturday Night Live, and I listen to those guys tell stories all the time.
Yeah, I know. Everybody who's been on Saturday Night Live, which is very hard for me to say. I don't know why I want to say Saturday Night like I want to rush through it, but Saturday Night Live is hard to say. I guess I could say SNL, but everybody who's ever been on SNL has cool stories.
Absolutely.
Everybody.
Yes.
And I don't know if that's just part of the culture there or if it's just like, well, yeah, it's going to be the best, the best writers and best comedy actors.
I think if you get through the door,
you're already somebody. You already have something.
If you get through the door, just telling that gives you a story.
Just the process of getting cast is a story.
Yes.
There are people who have stories that didn't get cast.
Absolutely.
There are people who have cool stories about almost getting cast on SNL.
Paul Rubin.
Andrew Santino has a story about meeting Lauren and almost getting cast on SNL.
I did not
And
know
it's
that.
interesting to hear, even though he didn't get cast. And Mark Maron has a story about almost getting cast on SNL.
It ruined his life.
Yeah. Did you know... now we're getting into the weeds. Mark Maron, I don't know are you a fan? Do you ever listen to his podcast?
I've listened to a couple episodes here.
I would say it's very hard to be a stand-up comic and not have at least heard one episode of Mark Maron's podcast because he's been going for so long. I would say him and Never Not Funny, the Mark Maron and Jimmy Pardo are the grandfathers of podcasting for comics. Like Jimmy Pardo they've been around for almost 20 years, I think.
Yep.
Podcasting. And Mark Maron, very similar. I think Mark Maron was after Jimmy Pardo, but not long. But Mark Maron also transitioned from having a radio show.
Yes.
He was on Air America.
Air America for like a year, like just under a year.
Yeah,
maybe?
I don't know exactly how long, but he kind of transitioned into the podcast from the radio show. So he already had a setup and a fan base. But anyway, I listen to his podcast all the time because he always has really good guests, and I really like listening to the guests. And he's a phenomenal interviewer, I think.
Yep.
I think Mark Maron's a great interviewer. It's always just him and the guest, and even with it just being him and the guest, they're always very interesting interviews and stuff like that. He is quitting the podcast. Did you hear that?
I did see
and he
that.
announced it on the episode with John Mulaney. He just interviewed John Mulaney recently, which they've known each other for years, but he decided to announce it during that episode. But they're ending in September.
Okay. Yep.
Which is the anniversary of the podcast. So, but anyway, that's pretty crazy to me.
So we're gonna do a quick callback here. John Mulaney, Saturday Night Live, SNL, wonderful thing. He is on an episode where they do a sketch about you can't do that on television and all the problems that they had with the slime over the years. And
on SNL?
On SNL.
Oh,
And
okay.
it is actually one of my favorite
that.
SNL sketches because it deals with my childhood, and I think Mulaney is a brilliant writer for things like that. So.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, that's one that you'll definitely have to pull up.
I gotta look that up. Anyway, he's ending his podcast, which I think is crazy. I would say I owe a lot to Mark Maron.
Absolutely.
I just mean like I wasn't a comic when I started listening to him, and I made me feel like I could I could try it and become a comic. Like hearing because he interviewed. When he used to really almost exclusively interview comics. Like
right.
It was like a different comic every week. And he's been doing 2 episodes a week since he started. So that's like however many years of 2 episodes a week without fail. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
That is
That's insane.
that I'm learning how tough that is.
Yeah, right?
That is
Yeah.
that is difficult.
Anyway,
Especially as a touring comedian.
yeah, and he's actively touring. Yeah, and now he's acting. And now,
Yes.
and for the last 5 years, he's been a legitimate actor.
Yes.
With one, I mean, he had his own show. He had the Mark Maron show for 3 years, and then he was on. He was on
Glow?
Glow.
Glow, yeah.
And now he's on a show on Apple TV with Owen Wilson called Stick about golfing.
I've seen commercials.
People say it's good.
I
haven't watched it yet, but anyway, back to the topic at hand, which is not the topic at hand, which is not today's topic. Here's a bit of trivia. Where did they get the idea for Three Amigos?
For Three Amigos.
Like, do you know what these characters are based off of? And if you can't think of it,
I don't like they. I know they're dressed like they're bullfighters and they're kind of Zorro-y kind of. But
so I'll give you a hint.
No idea.
It's a cartoon.
The Three Caballeros?
Yeah,
okay.
the Three Caballeros. They are supposed to be the human version of the Three Caballeros, and they wanted to call the movie The Three Caballeros. That was the original title of the movie, but Disney wouldn't let them have the title because it wasn't a Disney movie.
Okay.
And so but isn't that funny that's what it was based off of?
I like that a lot. Yeah. That's fun.
So the writers were very big fans. So was Steve Martin, and was a very big fan of the Three Caballeros, and that's what they were intending to call it.
I love that, and it has I can see Steve Martin being very influential in that one because he's Steve Martin and a star, but two, he's from Southern California, and I can see those influences being big for him.
Well, he definitely has a very much a Southern California, Disney's San Francisco, like he definitely has that vibe. He hasn't done a lot of Disney stuff.
Right.
But I feel like he fits in culturally with that, with Disney and stuff like that. And
right. Like I think a lot of people associate him with like New York City because of like Murders in the Building and Saturday Night Live. But he's
very California. Yeah, he's very California. All right. Well, at 27, did you text me that time on the last episode?
I did.
Okay.
Yes.
Text me this one, 2718. 27 or 2720.
2720.
Which is okay. So text that to me. All right. So that is when I'll put the graphic up for our today's episode. All right. Today's episode, the topic is I just forgot the exact wording.
It is AI Appreciation Day.
Yeah, but I can't remember if it's National AI Appreciation Day or just AI Appreciation Day.
So I just ruined it.
Yeah, you just ruined it.
Yeah.
What's today? It is. Now, I do want to mention you suggested Wrong Way Corrigan Day.
Yes.
I'm gonna bring it up because it's such a dumb one. We may end up doing it later, but probably not. It's such a little one. So I did a little research on that. There was a pilot named what was his first name? John? No. Yeah. Wait. What was it? Douglas Corrigan. Douglas Corrigan, I guess, quote unquote, famously flew from New York intending to fly to California, but accidentally went the opposite direction and flew to Ireland.
Yes, yeah. That I saw that much of this of it, what it was about.
So I did some research on it, which sounds hilarious.
Yeah, it sounds amazing.
And he officially claims that it was instrumentation error and it was very foggy, so he couldn't see the ground. And he read his compass wrong and then went the wrong direction. Now, his plane, he was a plane mechanic.
Okay.
And his plane had been outfitted for transatlantic flight, so he could do it. That's why he was about to fly nonstop from New York to California. So he could do it. He didn't have a problem. Well, he had already requested to fly to Ireland, and they wouldn't let him do it. He was not cleared to fly to Ireland. And so he's just a liar. It turns out he's just a liar. So that's why we are not celebrating Wrong Way Corrigan Day.
Liar Day.
He's just, yes. We are celebrating Corrigan is a liar day. So, yeah, he's basically just a liar, and he made up a story about the instruments not working right so he could land in Ireland.
But he does have an unofficial day.
He does have an unofficial day.
At least one website celebrates.
All right. So today is Artificial Intelligence Appreciation Day.
Artificial Intelligence Appreciation?
Now, this is a weird one because so lately, the last few weeks, I've been getting into AI after we famously have an AI song that we played on our couple episodes ago on Redneck Day.
It's brilliant.
And since then, I've learned a lot of bad things about AI. Like, for instance, did you know that they are going to kill us all? And they're going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Did you know that?
I did know that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So now that I know that, there's a lot of bad stuff with AI. And I feel like it's weird to have a day of appreciation for it because, now, that being said, I am not worried about AI taking our jobs too much, not at this point at least, because everything I've come up with has been terrible. Like, just little things that are wrong, that it's like it's very obviously AI. And I'm sure there's ways to do AI so it doesn't look like it's obviously AI. But it's like, so far I have not seen any evidence of something that was AI that I didn't immediately know it was AI.
As far as a picture goes.
As far as a picture, a video, even a song. I have yet to hear a song that I couldn't tell it was AI. Now, instrumentals are getting pretty good at. So, like, if I did a song and used AI instrumentals and sang it, you might not notice it's AI.
Instrumental, there's zero chance I will know if it's AI.
But the vocals, I have yet to hear them hear a good AI vocal yet. That's not like, I think they can kind of base it on somebody else's voice and it's okay, but something from scratch, I have not yet heard a voice that sounded very good. Or at least that you couldn't tell it was AI.
Right.
So I'm not too worried yet. I'm not saying we shouldn't be worried coming up here. But we do have a we do have a listener who is a very big fan of ours. First, I'm going to read an email he sent us that I forgot to read last week. If I can find it. What did I do with it? Let's see. Here's a lot of stuff about John Stamos.
So the important stuff.
The important stuff. Oh, it's probably over here. Oh, here it is. All right. Hi, Joey and Bobby. I love the newest episode. I was really surprised you used my Google Care Bear pics. So he's the guy who made the Care Bear pics.
Thank you.
I honestly thought I was bothering you with them. Well, I still was, but at least you used them. Oh my gosh, that redneck song the AI made up was so funny. I don't remember laughing so much while listening to the podcast. I think that sounded kind of insulting. Thanks for that. AI is so much fun. So in my view of AI, I do feel like AI is a fun toy.
It is.
I don't like it taking over jobs that don't need to be taken over with AI. Or if we are taking over jobs with AI, the problem I have with it is not the use of AI. The problem I have with it is the misuse of AI. So, like, if we're going to have robots take our jobs, then our lives should be getting easier, right?
Yes.
Like, sure, let robots do everything. Let's stop earning money for jobs and let the robots do it. And let's all just live in this, let's all live, like, the robots should be doing the jobs that artists can do the art. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, let the robots do the jobs to free up the art instead of but they're going backwards with it, in my opinion. They're having the robots make the art.
Yeah. So I have a major concern when people have too much time on their hands.
I guess, but I feel like we could do like I feel like eventually let's say robots became, let's say there were no more waiters. Let's say we get rid of waiters.
Gotcha.
We get rid of, in food service in general, it's mostly made by robots. Although I like having a wait. I don't know. I feel like there is a personal touch to having a waiter and stuff like that. But just for the sake of argument, I don't think that's a good idea necessarily. But let's just I'm just picking stuff.
Right.
Stuff that people maybe don't want to do for the rest of their life. So let's say let's say we get rid of food industry is no longer run by humans. It is completely run by robots. Then
Okay.
I don't know if that's a good example. I'm trying to think of something that's like bottom level pay or like
cleaning.
Yeah, okay, let's say cleaning. Okay. Let's say that's probably a better example. Let's say
like Roombas.
Yeah, let's say we get rid of having to clean. You only use robots. But the problem is that corporations are involved. And so corporations are going to instead of making our lives easier, they're just going to stop paying people. You know what I mean? It's going to be seen as a money-saving opportunity for corporations to make more money, for the rich to get richer, rather than the opportunity for the common man to be able to do better things. So it's like, okay, we no longer have to do those jobs that pay $5 an hour. So now maybe you can spend your time working on something that is going to contribute more to society because you don't have to worry about a paycheck anymore.
Right.
I don't know.
Right. So my thought is this: humanity, just over the course of humanity, we've had to spend most of our life working just to survive, just to feed ourselves, to stay warm, stay safe, have a family. And within the last couple hundred years, we've moved away from having to work, and we've found free time. Like people now have an abundance of free time.
Sure.
And people are crazy.
Yeah. I don't know.
So
but I feel like that's eventually going to sort itself out. Like let's say we're to the point where okay, let's go Star Trek with it because this is Star Trek. The robots do the robots do the manual labor. The humans do the interesting things. They get to explore the galaxy. We still have engineers. We still have some manual labor, but it's like the robots do all the stuff that would pay $5 an hour. Now every human is doing a job that in today's world would pay $60,000 a year,
right,
or more. It's like there's no job that wouldn't be a high-paying job in today's world for every human now. Now every human has been elevated to the status of having a job, but the problem is that in order to get to that point in society, there has to be groundwork laid, and that groundwork has not been laid.
Right. Well, I'll also contend this. We see a small sample size of that universe. We see the people on the starship.
Yeah, but you get a view. You watch Deep Space Nine? You get a little more view of what Earth is like during that time.
Okay.
And now, to be fair, they had to go through they went through another world war. They had to, the population had dwindled and then been built back up again. Also, there was kind of a savior complex with the Vulcans. So there was that. There was all that too. Like they wouldn't be where they were without the Vulcans. But okay, maybe the Vulcans are a better example of that, though. It's like the Vulcans it's like a race of philosophers. It's like I don't agree with the no emotions part of it, but it's like all the Vulcans are pretty well educated and pretty well. It's like I'd rather see a society where everyone's elevated to an intellectual status. Rather than have it, and this is in a zero-sum game, I guess, scenario, but I just would rather see that than see the intellectual things and the artistic things being made by AI.
Oh yeah,
I feel like we're going top down with AI, and we should be going from bottom up with AI. You know what I mean? Like get AI to clean my toilet, like instead of making a song that it's like
yes, I agree. I think we're getting lazy in the worst ways.
Yes.
We're not being creative.
Exactly. We're getting lazy backwards.
Yeah.
Like we're getting lazy backwards. Now, that being said, today is AI Appreciation Day.
Hey Skynet, I love what you're doing.
Yeah. But I do think it's a fun toy at this point, and maybe it's like playing with a like playing with a brown recluse spider at this point. It's like,
let's appreciate what AI is doing right now.
Yeah, right. So now that I've brought everybody down, we have some AI stuff. So I'm going to say all of this AI stuff that's been submitted to me has been submitted by John Stallings, our biggest fan, apparently.
I thought it was going to come from John Stamos. So
yeah, it was from John Stamos. It was funny. When I said the stu, you probably thought I was going to say Stamos, didn't you?
I did.
It comes from John Stallings. He made some AI stuff for our show, and I'm going to play. We've got some songs. We've got some pictures. By the way, if you're a fan of the show, please email us. Let us know what you think. Give us suggestions for days. I ran into a fan the other day, and she's like, "I'm such a fan of the show. You should do that. Should look into this day, and then you could interview these people, and it'd be really fun." And I thought that was great that she suggested that. But email me so I remember. Send us an email.
I love that, and I would love for this to get to a point where we are bringing in people on a regular,
exactly.
on a more
I'd
regular
love
basis.
to bring in more people to interview about the day that we're talking about. So yeah, definitely email us todayispodcast@gmail.com. Let us know what we could be doing better for your life, and ask us life advice. We'll give it to you.
Absolutely.
All right, so this is in because of the Redneck Day. This is another Redneck song he made for us. The name of this song is Swamp Stage Outlaws, Famous Podcasters Edition.
I like this.
See if I can get it to work. Can you hear it?
I do.
They roll down south in a beat-up van, two Buckeye boys with a Florida plan. Joey Nickel packed the mic and sass. Bobby Parker brought jokes and gator gas. Now they host today is
What's gator gas? What is gator gas?
I don't know, but my family absolutely believes I have it.
Yeah, right. Bobby's got the gator gas. Don't worry. First of all, is that like gator farts or like what?
I don't know, but you run a mic at a place called Lily's that has gator rangoon.
Oh, that is true.
So
yeah.
if I had that, I guess I would have gator gas.
Yeah, you'd get gator gas if it's spicy enough.
telling folks what day it is and why it matters at all. Cropcasters by day, comments by night, dropping truth like boots in a barroom fight.
Dropping truth. Is that really what we're doing here?
Hey.
Is that the vibe of our podcast? We're dropping truth, man.
Hey, it's a hot take right here.
Yeah, right. Hot takes on a hot mic. That's the name of our podcast now. Hot takes, hot mic.
Here's a hot take. I've got gator gas.
Yeah.
This is hilarious. This is fun.
With sunshine bite, taking today into swamp spotlight, talking sense with that wild insight. Joey and Bobby, two loud mics, busting guts on trails and bikes. Their voices echo through the piney mist, telling what today is with a redneck twist. Today's National Beer Day, Joey claims. Shave if you dare, but we ain't got shame. Bobby chuckles to toast to tater tot week, then drops a joke about a raccoon antique. They stream from the swamp with a 5-bar buzz, cracking stats and nonsense just because, turning every sunrise into talking gold with a log cabin mic and stories bold. Ain't no script, just a Google search and a porch swing wired like a Baptist church. The fan club's growing from coast to coast. Florida legends who laugh and host.
Yeah, he's got us there. It ain't no script, just a Google search.
Yeah,
that is the extent of our research of the topics that we have. Yeah,
100%.
For sure. Absolutely. That is our podcast. That is
unless we happen to have watched the movie.
unless we happen to have watched the movie as a kid. It is Ain't no script, just a Google search should be the name of the podcast. Yeah.
Outlaws of the open mic, Ohio born with sunshine bite, taking today in a swamp spotlight, talking sense with that wild insight. Joey and Bobby, two loud mics, busting guts on trails and bikes. Their voices echo through the piney mist, telling what today is might mean and crave some jokes with your moonshine lean. Tune into those outlaw podcast kings where laughter flies and freedom sings. Outlaws of the open mic, Ohio born with sunshine bite, taking today into swamp spotlight, talking sense with that wild insight. Joey and Bobby, two loud mics, busting guts on trails and bikes. Their voices echo through the piney mist, telling what today is with a redneck twist. So if you're wondering what this day might mean and crave some
How long does
jokes
this
with
song
your
go?
moonshine light,
I
tune
don't
into
know.
those outlaw
Does it just keep
podcast
going?
kings where laughter flies and freedom sings.
That's got to be the end.
I thought it was the end already. Yeah, this is the end. Well, there it is. Swamp Stage Outlaws.
That I love it, but I would like to point out I don't think anyone's ever considered me an outlaw.
No. No, and nobody's ever considered us swamp people.
No.
What was the line? There was one line that I thought was hilarious too. It's like busting guts on trails and bikes. What does that even mean? Are we motorcycle guys now or something? I don't understand.
I've ridden a bike, but no.
Here's the chorus. Outlaws of the open mic. Yeah. I don't think anybody who's seen our comedy on stage would ever be like, yeah, those are the two open mic outlaws.
Yeah, these are the guys who are breaking the rules.
Yeah, those are outlaw comics over there. Talking about how fat they are. Ohio born with sunshine bite. Talking today into swamp spotlight. Talking sense into that wild insight. Well, talking sense with that wild insight. Joey and Bobby, two loud mics, busting guts on trails and bikes. What does that even mean? Their voices echo through the piney mist, telling what today is with a redneck twist. Some of these things, I'm like, they just wrote that line to figure out something to rhyme.
Oh,
you know, it's like there's like it has nothing to do with anything else. There's like, well, let's see, mist rhymes with twist. It's like,
oh, I do want to say I think that's probably what a lot of like songwriters do, but I think they've got a better idea of where that word might come from. Like piney mist doesn't make sense here.
Right, exactly.
Like morning mist, maybe.
Yeah. So here's a. Oh, we've already been going for 47 minutes. All right. So here's what AI Google. Have you done? Okay, when you Google something now, it'll give you an AI overview.
Right.
And here's the AI overview of our podcast. The Today Is with Joey Nickel and Bobby Parker podcast has been actively releasing episodes based on the information available. Here's a list of their recent. Oh, this is if you search what are the episodes? List of episodes. This is what you get.
Okay.
Noting that the podcast started in 2024 and is approximately 40 episodes in total. Did you know that?
I knew that we were getting close to 52.
Yeah, we're getting close. Here's a list of our episodes. Let's see. I don't know how to see all of it. Oh, okay. So here's a list of episodes, and then can you give me a full list of episodes? So here's what AI tells us is our full list of episodes.
Ooh.
Very first episode, September 20th, 2024, bonus episode, Meet Joey and Bobby. Never happened. That did not happen. There was never a introductory episode.
How did they spell
Often listed as the first episode or an introduction. It's never listed by who? You, just now. That's it. The only person that lists this episode doesn't exist.
So I want to ask this. When it says Meet Joey and Bobby, is it spelled MEET?
Yes.
Because I would love to see a picture of
Meet Joey and Bobby.
Of Joey and
of
Bobby.
us as meat.
Yes.
Our first, apparently, our episode 1 was National Good Neighbor Day. It was not. Episode 2, National Techies Day. Episode 3, National Frappe Day. National 4, National Reptile Day. Episode 5, National Moth Day. None of these happened. None of these. We didn't do any of these episodes.
No, I don't even know if we've said the word moth.
No.
On this podcast.
We now have.
In 40
We're going to
episodes.
screw up the algorithm now. Episode 6, National Sandwich Day. National Happy Hour Day, National Guinness Book of World Records Day, National Entrepreneurs Day, National Package Protection Day, National Crossword Puzzle Day, National Noodle Ring Day, National Regifting Day, Stress Free Day, Science Fiction Day, Static Electricity Day, Use Your Gift Day, Compliment Day, Backward Day, Girls and Women in Sports Day, Apology Day. That was our season 1, apparently. None of those episodes exist.
None. Yes.
That is a completely made up season 1.
I would like to say that I don't think I had a drinking problem in college, but had I had a drinking problem and you told me that, I still wouldn't have believed that list. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's insane.
That's ridiculous. None of these episodes. Okay, here's season 2. Crayon Day, Walking Day, Baracco Day, whatever that means.
Baracco?
Or Baracho? I don't know what that is.
Is that like a Barack Obama taco? A Baracco?
I'm guessing. No, it's Barack Obama nachos. Baracho Day.
Ooh, Barachos.
High Five Day, Administrative Professionals Day, Pet Owners Day, Teachers Day, Brothers Day. We did do Brothers Day.
Okay.
That is the first episode that it was actually something we did. National Brothers Day.
I think it got lucky.
Yeah. Accounting Day, Running Day, Higher Education Day. Here we go. We're into the actual days. Higher Education Day, Superman Day, Make Music Day, Paul Bunyan Day, American Redneck Day. I don't know why it decided to make up a list of episodes that we didn't do.
I think that it just figured it's easier than having somebody fact checked it.
I guess. I mean, it's not like we're hiding what our episodes are. So here is. Can you give me a list? This is what is this? This is Copilot, not Gemini anymore.
Okay.
So this is Copilot. Can you give me a list of every episode of the podcast? Here's the full list. Okay, here is season 1, National Apology Day, Wave Your Fingers at Your Neighbor's Day, Change Your Password Day. Okay, all of these are correct.
Yeah.
Not in order, though.
I see soup
Oh, it's
swap
starting down at the... Yeah, okay, here we go. Starting down here, I think it's working backwards a little bit. But this is only 12 episodes, and there's 24 episodes this season. So it did get... All of these are episodes we did.
Okay.
But this is not an extensive list. Oh, here we go. Oh, and here's season 2. National Chocolate Milk Day, National Taco Day, You Go Girl Day. Those are all still season 1 episodes.
Yeah.
So it listed 15 episodes that are all season 1 episodes and gave them and then kind of split them up arbitrarily into 2 seasons.
Okay.
So still incorrect. Okay, it looks like it's like, can you search for a list of episodes? It looks like the direct episode list for the specific Buzzsprout podcast isn't publicly indexed, but it is. It's absolutely publicly indexed. You can go on iTunes, you can go on wherever you want. You can see a full list of episodes. I don't know. That's weird.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know why it would do that. I did make a picture of us. I told Chat GPT
To do us as meat?
as meat.
Yeah.
And I don't Chat GPT enough to know.
come up?
But yeah, it's let me get back to it here. I'm gonna send it to you as well. But
it just did the words?
Yes,
It
just-
like did the words in steak?
it looks like steak and
I
bacon.
guess steak and bacon maybe?
Yeah.
But it didn't actually do a picture of us.
No,
okay.
did not. So
We'll have to work on that.
yeah.
All right, so here's another AI song.
Okay.
You ready for it?
Yes. What?
Oh, ow, boys, now Floridian bros, Joey and Bobby, comedy flows, mics in hand and jokes in flight. They find the weird in the daily right. From chocolate milk to taco day, You Go Girl leads the way. Evaluate your life, aw yikes, and Frankenstein Friday ran a mic. Today is what you make it, and they're here to celebrate it. Stand-up hearts with podcast sparks, they never overstate it. From ugly sweaters to Pi Day math, they'll pave the way on this oddball path. psychic powers and fried delights, fast food feasts and freedom flights. Start your own country, seize the throne on Black Friday. Don't shop alone, write a letter, ship it free. Thank you notes and sweater glee. Humiliation day, ouch, my pride. Peculiar people, that's our vibe. They wave all fingers, say sorry.
Okay, turns out this has the extensive list.
Yes.
This song is the extensive list.
This long. This is every episode we've done.
Yeah, this is every episode we've done put to song.
I like it.
Twice. Crack tongue twisters, way too nice. From Ohio State to Florida Heat, they turn every mic drop into a treat.
That's a better description of our comedy.
Now season 2 turns up the fun, something on a stick. Oh, we're not done. First contact beams from Trekkie skies. Grilled cheese melts before our eyes. Haiku day and bucket lists, comic books and sleepover twists. Nickel Day gets Joey paid, and Brothers Day now parade.
What? What was that?
And they're here.
What the heck was that? What does that even mean?
And Brothers Day now.
Screw that parade. It's like, what? Why? What parade? Did we have a story about a parade on Brothers Day?
We were in a car.
But why?
But
what
why-
does that mean? Is that a phrase we should know?
I
Like,
don't
forget
know.
that parade. Like, what is that? Is that
I'll find out.
is that some sort of saying we're not aware of? And why? Why would they throw the beep in there? It's not even a swear word. It's like it's a censored swear word.
I just typed it in, and I'm getting nothing.
And that's going to really change your algorithm from here on out.
You have no idea.
Celebrate it. Stand up hearts with podcast sparks. They never overstate it. From ugly sweaters to Pi Day math, they'll pave the way on this oddball path. Do-do-do, do-do-do-do-do,
Now that's AI getting lazy.
It's whatever they say it is, and we're here for it.
Oops, I accidentally clicked on that. Today is whatever they say it is. And
You-
we're here for it.
This just reminded me of one of our favorite episodes. One of my favorite episodes, Ugly Sweater Day with
Yeah,
Wes.
that was a good episode.
That was a blast.
That was a good episode. All right, here's the next one.
The dream.
Oh, whoops. I like that episode list song. That's pretty good.
Yes,
I might have to use that for something, but that was pretty good.
From snowy roots to summer coastlines, Joey and Bobby redefine the times.
Do we?
Florida nights, Ohio pride. Mic'd up weirdos with a wild guide. Chocolate milk kicks off the stream. Taco Tuesday fuels the dream. You go girl, we see you shine. Evaluate your life. It's about time. Frankenstein's Friday comes alive. Psychic predictions start to jive. Fried chicken fuel, fast food haze. They build a country in a podcast blaze. Morris, neon days, bizarre and bright. Waving fingers through the night. From sweater fails to pie delight. They drop punchlines in electric light. Today is everything strange feels right. Letters written, shipping free. Ugly sweaters in RGB. Thank you notes with subtle flair. Humiliations handled with care. Peculiar minds and soup exchanged. Florida man humor password changed. Neighborly waves and apologies due. Tongue twister gold, Ohio break through. Women's Day shouts through the feed.
This song seems more AI to me.
Yes, right, yeah.
It's more of the electronica beat, I think.
Yeah.
Both mode, rewind, replay. It's their best of holiday. Boy, it's neon days. They don't pretend. They're cosmic hosts till the very end. From contact memes to grilled cheese.
So this one is another list of the episode ones.
Yes.
But I think the other one had a little more character to it. You know,
It-
had a
it-
little more.
It did.
It was a little better. It also was a little funnier, I think. But so here I'll try to. Can you text me right at 59 minutes or right at an hour? Right at 59 minutes or an hour. I'm gonna show a picture here to you guys. This is the album cover of these songs, apparently. This is our album cover, apparently. Special tracks about the famous podcast Today Is with Joey Nickel and Bobby Parker. I don't know why Amazon is burning down in the picture.
It seems very Jacksonville.
I don't know what the point of that. I didn't understand. And what is this? What is the jelly beans? Like, if you look at this, if you base our podcast on this picture, it is a podcast about we hate Amazon on this podcast. We hate Amazon.
We have just. This looks like we are commenting on some terrorist activity that just happened at
Also,
Amazon.
who's that guy still working? Like, there's still one guy working while Amazon is burning down. And then here's National Redneck Day.
I have a mustache.
Yeah, somehow you got a mustache, and I'm wearing sunglasses for some reason for National Redneck Day, and I have the fake ponytail.
I don't know.
You
if
do
it's
have the
fake.
headband and the mullet, though.
Yes, that is.
But they got my Batman laptop, and you've won an award for a grill.
Yeah, I have an amazing
you
grill.
Got #1 in grill. So.
It's because I cook the roadkill.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. All right.
I do love the background.
Yeah,
I mean,
the backdrop is pretty good. Yeah.
They got most of that right.
They got it pretty good. It was a pretty good. Yeah, that was a pretty good representation of what was. And I think I was wearing a red shirt that day, a red long sleeve shirt
Yeah,
that day.
I mean, other than the mustache on me, that's
The mustache is
good.
coming out of nowhere for some reason. All right. Well, that was Artificial Intelligence Appreciation Day. Wait, what was the line from the song? It was like, today is whatever they say it is.
And we're here
and
for
we're here
it.
for it. Okay. Thank you for listening to Today Is. I'm Joey Nickel.
I'm Bobby Parker.
Today is whatever we say it is, and you're here for it.
Deal with it.